In this world, it's not just the clash of leaders that stands out, but the collision of two philosophies, two approaches to ethics and religion. During the time of Jesus, the most intense confrontation occurred between him and the Pharisees, the ones who held power over religious laws and regulations. Why did Jesus often clash with them? It wasn't merely a battle of prejudices, but a propagation of profound values, teachings of compassion, and understanding. Let's delve into this journey together to uncover the tragedies, the hidden meanings behind these stories, and to better grasp the great lessons Jesus sought to convey through this conflict. On a quiet morning in a small village in the Holy Land, the sound of prayers echoed through the sacred space of the synagogue. Among the crowd, a man with a withered arm and a sorrowful expression sat quietly in a corner. This man had endured the pain of his ailment for many years, and today he came to the synagogue with a faint hope for a miracle. At the same time, Jesus entered amidst the attention of everyone. The atmosphere was filled with solemnity, with scrolls of the scriptures carefully placed on shelves, and the faces of those who came to pray showing reverence and anticipation. The Pharisees, renowned for their strict and rigid adherence to the law, were also present. They came not only to pray but to observe Jesus, hoping to find something to accuse him of. They knew that the Sabbath, according to Jewish law, was a holy day of rest, and any form of work, including healing, was prohibited. In their minds, Jesus' healing on this day would be the perfect evidence to charge him with breaking the law. They were the guardians of religious and legal power, and they believed that absolute adherence to regulations was the only path to drawing near to God. In contrast, Jesus brought a fresh message, full of mercy and freedom from rigid regulations. He emphasized that the law should serve humanity, not the other way around. It was this fundamental difference that often led to conflicts between Jesus and the Pharisees. In this story, Jesus faces a significant challenge. The man with the withered arm stands before him, while the Pharisees watch his every move, intent on finding fault to accuse him. Jesus, with a gentle yet resolute gaze, calls the man forward and has him stand in front of everyone. The Gospel of Mark chapter 3 verses 1-2 records, "Another time Jesus went into the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Some of them were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal him on the Sabbath." Everyone's eyes were fixed on Jesus and the man, and the atmosphere seemed to hold its breath in that moment of anticipation. Jesus asked the Pharisees, which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill. Mark chapter 3 verse 4. The Pharisees could not answer. They remained silent. They could not deny that doing good and saving a life was the right thing to do, but their hardened hearts and pride prevented them from admitting it in front of everyone. Jesus looked around at them with sorrow and anger because of their hardened hearts. He turned to the man and gently said, "Stretch out your hand." The man hesitated for a moment, then slowly stretched out his withered arm. The Gospel of Mark chapter 3 verse 5 records, "He looked around at them in anger and, deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, said to the man, 'Stretch out your hand.' He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored." A miracle happened right before everyone's eyes. His hand immediately became healthy, showing no sign of the ailment. This miracle not only restored the man's health, but also demonstrated the power and compassion of Jesus. However, the Pharisees did not see it that way. They immediately left the synagogue and began to plot with the Herodians on how they might kill Jesus. The Gospel of Mark chapter 3 verse 6 states, Then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians how they might kill Jesus. This alliance between the two groups is particularly noteworthy, as the Pharisees and the Herodians often had different viewpoints and generally did not like each other. However, the presence and influence of Jesus united them in a common goal: to eliminate him. These debates highlighted the crucial importance of mercy in the application of the law. Jesus demonstrated that law without compassion is merely a set of lifeless regulations. He asserted that love and empathy must be the foundation of all actions and decisions. This is exemplified in his teaching, "I desire mercy, not sacrifice," Matthew chapter 9, verse 13. Additionally, through these confrontations, Jesus condemned the hypocrisy of the Pharisees. They focused on adhering to the letter of the law while neglecting its core spirit: compassion and justice. Jesus warned them, "Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give 1/10 of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness." Matthew chapter 23, verse 23. The debate between Jesus and the Pharisees was not merely a confrontation between two individuals, but a clash of perspectives on the law and compassion. Jesus emphasized that the purpose of the law is to serve humanity, bringing about healing and happiness. He showed that helping and doing good on the Sabbath did not violate the spirit of the law but actually fulfilled its purpose. Furthermore, these debates also condemned the hypocrisy and rigidity of the Pharisees. They were so focused on maintaining the outward appearance of the law that they disregarded compassion and assistance to others. Jesus once said, "I desire mercy, not sacrifice," Matthew chapter 12, verse 7. He expressed sadness and anger at their hardened hearts and lack of compassion. This underscores that a hardened heart, devoid of mercy, cannot comprehend and correctly implement God's law. In summary, the debates between Jesus and the Pharisees serve as a valuable lesson for us about the importance of compassion and the spirit of love in adhering to rules and laws. Law, when devoid of compassion, becomes lifeless regulations. But when implemented with love and compassion, the law becomes vibrant and truly serves humanity. The conflict between Jesus and the Pharisees is not just a part of religious history. It's also a profound lesson on the necessity of compassion and justice in upholding the law. Jesus pointed out that the law must be enacted with the spirit of love and mercy. The lessons from these debates still hold value in our modern lives, reminding us that love and compassion must always take precedence. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos.